As I am back with another live video. We are going to be making infused carrier oils. So infused herbal oils. We're going to be doing coffee oils, calendula, and lavender. But I'm infusing these oils so I can make an eczema butter that I usually make. Then when I had my business, I used to make it for my business, but now I'm just making it for myself. So I have to infuse the oils first, and then after I infuse the oils, then I'm able to pass it. Then I'm able to make the body butter, which I'll probably make tomorrow. But I wanted to have an update way of how to infuse my oils using the Crockpot method. So let me show you which one we're going to start with. All right. Okay. So let's begin. So the first one we're going to do is calendula, right? So this is the calendula buds, yeah, calendula flower. We're going to take 1 cup of this, and I'm going to be using my mason jars, and we're going to be using a jojoba oil, but we're gonna measure out each one before. So I'm thinking I'm going to do 1 cup of calendula, 1 cup or half cup, and 1 cup of lavender as well. So that way I think I'm going to infuse these together instead of separately. And then once I do that, then I'll just add the jojoba oil to it. Sometimes I'll do separately, like I'll do a jojoba oil, calendula, lavender, and the coffee. But we have 2 jars now, so we're just gonna do this and the lavender together. I'm not gonna lie to you, I have been in positions where I just poured this out, but you know, I'll go ahead with the 1 cup. I feel like when I do it this way, it's not properly measured out. All right, and then we're gonna just go ahead and add it to this. This already looked like a lot, but that's okay. See all of that drop? Yeah. I'm going to put this in there. You probably shouldn't, especially if you're making this for a business, but this is for myself, so I'm putting it in there. We're not wasting anything. But if it was for like a business or something, then you know you just add some more. All right, and then the next one we're going to add is lavender buds. Shake some of it. This lavender is so dusty. Hold on. Let's shake this up just a little bit. So these are lavender buds. I also purchased these online. These are dried herbs, of course. I rarely use fresh herbs to make my infused oils but anything. I prefer the dried herbs because it's less to deal with, less having to worry about it going bad or anything like that. So we're going to do 1 cup of lavender buds. Ooh. Yeah, all that dust. Let's go ahead and add that. One cup of lavender buds is a lot. Is it that? That's a whole bunch. But we're gonna pull through. So you see how this is 1 cup and this is 1 cup and this look more? That's why I don't use the 1 cup usually when I do this. I'm going to show you with the coffee. I just measure it out in a scale because I can guarantee you that by weight, the lavender is heavier. It now will just be 1 cup. But here you go. So here you have it. 1 cup. I'll measure it out. All right, 1 cup. Okay, good. Mic on? Okay, just checking. So that's the first one. Let's put that to the side for now. And then the next one is our coffee. I'm going to dip in the coffee jar for 1 cup, but I want to show you how much it weighs. All right. Ooh, I'm gonna put my mouse over here. So we're going to take 1 cup of coffee. but this is a lot of coffee. And this is now you can use any coffee, probably more, preferably like the organic ones, but we can use the ones that we have. So we're going to use, this is ground coffee, this is mild, whichever one you want you can use. So I'm going to just use this 1 cup, but I'm going to weigh it out to show you how much it is, like if you want to know like ounce wise, so that way you can have an accurate measurement. So let's put the coffee over here. All right. What I should have done is weighed that first, and then it would have tell you. An easier way to do this is by putting this on this first, then remove that weight, then add the coffee. But let's go ahead and put this in here. Where's my little spoonie? All right, let's go ahead and add this in. Just go ahead and add this in. I'm just taking my time because I don't want the coffee waste. The coffee different from the herbs, and when it drop, it's like a whole bunch of dirt. All right, so I have all that coffee in. Guys, guess what I forgot to do? I forgot to do the tear to remove the weight off the jar itself. So far, adding a few grams. I'm gonna tear it now. It's at 0. I forgot to put it all the way to 0, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and pour this in. I wish I could play music on here, but we can't, right? All right, there we go. So all the coffee is in perfection. All right, so all the coffee is finally in. And now that it's 48 grams, but I'm going to say that's probably like 60 because I did do a tear to remove some a while ago. So let's add our oil. Still have to do this to the oil. Let's do our oils for our florals because we're going to add it to our crock pot. Oh, good. Okay. So for this one, we're going to be using a jojoba oil. Now, usually when I do this, one of the main ways I do this, especially if you're doing this for like skin issues, eczema, anything like that, you want to use jojoba oil. Isn't bad, but my results came from using hemp seed oil. So I used hemp seed oil. That was like a great oil to use to infuse these. Like everything combined together was just amazing. To use the hemp seed oil infused, the calendula and the lavender in hemp seed oil or separately, the properties that it adds to the oils and everything. And then once you complete that and you add it to your body butter, you have just a great product. So we're going to go ahead and continue with my jojoba oil since that's what we have today. But the method is the same, right? And I'll add that I'll add this in a written form to one of my blog posts with everything that I used to create this, and that will be in the description as well. So let's go ahead because we have to add enough oils to cover the herbs. Let's go ahead and do that. Let me get this out of the way. It doesn't look good in the picture. Perfection. All right. Ooh, let's pour this all over. So far, I've added 138 grams. So far. Let's go ahead and add a little bit more. All of this haven't been to the bottom yet, so we're going to keep So as of right now, it's 250 grams. I'm checking to make sure everything is going to the bottom. I want everything to come out. And this is my 3 kg jojoba oil as usual. Yeah, so it hasn't fully covered it. Like I can still see up at the top dry. So we are gonna add some more to make sure say it fully covered it, because the importance is making that it is important that it is fully covered. Let's go. There it goes. All right. So since we need some more oils, we're going to go ahead and add in some more jojoba oil. Now, this jojoba oil is from TKB. This isn't my first choice of jojoba oil to use when it comes on to my body care. I mostly use it to my lip, but since I ran out of my body, guys, I was saying jojoba oil this entire time. This is definitely sweet almond oil. Yeah, I made that mistake live. Definitely sweet almond oil. So I'm pretty sure everyone who saw it before who was here was probably like, wait, what? But we're gonna mix the oils. We're gonna mix the oils. I guess that's what going live is about, right? Making mistakes while like I take up the wrong one. I insist on using the wrong one. I have done it with avocado oil before, but I want to use jojoba oil. So let's go ahead and add this to our live. 1, 2, 3. All right. To make sure it covers. All right, now this should be better. So now we have, let's see what's gonna happen here. Let's see if it covers it this time. Okay. So now it says 348. I don't have my pen with me, but I need to write that down because it says 348. Okay. Let's stir it around a little bit to get it to go down, to make sure everything is at the bottom. So it is covered, right? It's covered up there. But you know what I feel like it can take a little bit more on top. Just a little bit more, not a whole lot, just a little bit more. What you know? All right. Ooh, okay. There it goes. Alright, because say it's supposed to have 1 inch over it. That's what I usually put it in. I have a little bit floating on top. Let's add a little bit more. And I think because of the lavender, it now really that. Yo, I bully, but I hope I will let me use it. Okay, we're just gonna use the whole thing. Let's just go all in, because once it's infused, I'm going to upcycle everything that's left. The oils, the herbs, all of them I get upcycled to use to do something else with. So all right, let's do this. In my opinion, it could take a little bit more oil. I'm like mine go way up at the top, so. And that is why them say like when them say one, cause this would have, let's say look at a recipe, it would have say 1 cup collard oatmeal, 1 cup calendula flowers, 1 cup lavender. But the lavender is it's heavier because you get more, it's smaller, so you get more in the 1 cup compared to the calendula. So as a result, I end up with more oils. That was 478 grams of oils I ended up adding to this, and that make a keep. It could do with a little bit more oils on top to allocate for, any oils that allocate for this swelling. So that's why I'm always says to add more to the top. But we're gonna use what we have right now. We're going to go ahead and cover it. So 478, tear that and cover it. So now one's done. Now the next one is our infused coffee oil. That we're going to put avocado oil in because that's what we have. You can even do this with coconut oil because this is what I've done with it previously. I used coconut oil. All right, so now let's add our oils to this because we're going to make in some infused coffee oils as well. Let's see if it works. See if I need to add a little bit more down in the bottom. Waiting for it to go down. Oop, I don't want it. Yeah, that's what I don't want. I don't want it to get to the edge there. Let's just add some more while we wait. And wait for me to eventually go down. All right. Here it is. All right, so we're going to give it a little help. This is clean, of course, but I need the oil to get to the bottom. Make sure the whole thing is covered, especially with the coffee grounds. Right up. All right. I'm going to add a little bit more oil to that. That's 114 grams so far. Yep, this is the perfect amount. Now we're at 136 grams of oil. That's what we added to it. Okay. And I'm going to cover it. Now the method that we're going to use to infuse these two, let's put this to the side for a while. The method that we're going to use to infuse these two is the Crockpot method. So this is where you get your Crockpot. Just say it goes a little bit faster. I think I've done stovetop before, but it's gonna take some time. So you get a Crockpot. It has water in it, as you can see. Look. So you don't put a little bit of water because it probably won't be enough to warm it. And you also don't want to put too much because you don't want your jars to float. So now that mine have settled, you see the space at the bottom? But now that mines have settled, you see the space at the bottom there? Okay. So it has settled and I'm going to go ahead and put this in my crock pot like that. I'm going to put this in there. So what's happening with this is that I'm going to plug it in and we're going to put it on low. So it will be on the lowest temperature and I'm going to leave it there for, I'm not going to do 2. I think the minimum is 2, but I'm not going to do 2. I'm going to do 5 plus. So I might leave it there for 5, or I might just come back tomorrow and get it. And then I can go to the phase where I separate the oils from the herbs and then start to, what do you call it? Upcycle each of them. Come on, come on. All right, let's go. So we're going to separate this. I'm going to put this to the side so it can do what it does. All right, so that's one down. So the next thing we're going to work on today is our lip balms. What I'm making, we're making some winter lip balms so that we can keep during the winter, knowing that it's been very warm here. It's been very cold. It's, it's doing a number on your lips. So maybe just go ahead and make some lip balms for that. So the first thing we want is your double boiler. So this is something that you can use if you have at home, something that most of us will have at home. You're going to use this to create. Yeah, you're going to use this. Yes, you're going to use this to do it. All right. Okay. Let's do it. All right. we're gonna get our beeswax right here. This is a little bit, so this might be a bit of a big one to use. Let's add our beeswax to this. All right, boom. So if I start out with the beeswax, it has to be, where is it? So we're gonna do 2.1 grams of beeswax for this. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna take some out. I need it to be 2.1, so let's take that out. Okay, so that's good. So we're gonna put this to the side just in case I need to add it back. Because I'm making about 0.7 grams. We're not going to make too much because I don't want to have too much of it. And once we add that, then we're going to go in with 10% mango butter, which is 1.4 grams. All right, so we're gonna add our mango butter at 10%, which is 1.4 grams. Microwave. So let's do our 1.4 grams. Now, if you have on gloves and you're making this for yourself, go ahead. All right, let's take that out. Let's put that away. All right. That's it. It might look a little bit, but it is enough for what we're trying to create, right? Okay. Now the shea butter is going to be 2.6 grams. Where is my shea butter? Oh dear. Oh, here it is. I have it right here. Never failed me. Here we go. So we're going to go ahead and add in 2.6 grams of shea butter. That's a little bit, but once you melt it and you add it to the containers, it should be good. Let's take this out, guys. All right, one. And then let's add another one. Let's add some more to make it to the 2.6. And add one more. That's a little bit over. We're gonna go ahead and take that out. And take this out as well. And there we go. We got a 2.6. So we have 2.6 grams. So this is a little bit, you know, yeah. Mango butter, shea butter, beeswax. I'm going to also add in some of my oils just on my hair, so because why not, and let it melt that way. And my oil, I'm going to add in my oil at 7.8 grams. This can be any oil of your choice. It can be jojoba oil, sweet almond oil. I like to use coconut oil, but any one of those works. And we're adding that at 7.8 grams. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, there we go. There we go. That poured out a lot a while ago, but it works. Ooh. All right, so this is it. Wrong camera. This is it. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. And now we're gonna go ahead and put it, belly. Put this on a double boiler. So I want to show you what that looks like. So this is your pot of water. You're going to put it over it. and as it's over it, it's going to boil, and it's basically going to melt it. It doesn't take that long to melt it. By the time we blink, it's gonna start boiling up. Let me bring it closer. Hot surface. Sit around the chair in there. Ooh. Nope, you can stay right over there and I come bun me. Yeah, just sit there. Okay, there it goes. All right. So we just wait for that. That's probably gonna take like a couple minutes or so to melt. Not too long. Come and turn it not too high, but it does what it needs to do pretty quickly in enough time. Well, yeah, so if you're just joining the channel or you're just first time seeing this, I infused some oils, infused the calendula and lavender oil, also a coffee oil that I will later use, not today, but tomorrow or 5 hours, 5+ hours later. I'll use that oil to create what you call it? To create a body butter, eczema body butter, and that body butter I'll be able to use to treat, certain skin issues. So that's why I infused the oils with that, and then we started to do a lip balm as well. Now I just have to grab the containers for the lip balm because if not, I need something to put them in. All right, real quick. The next thing that we're gonna add is essential oils. I don't usually add essential oils to it, but I feel like our lips in the wintertime need that extra humph to help. So we're going to add in essential oil. I'm going to add tea tree essential oil, and I'm going to be adding this passion fruit from Get Suckered. This is what I'm going to use in my live. And this lip balm formula was done so you'd be able to do it at home, right? So you'd be able to do this without, even if you don't have a business, you can make it for yourself. That's the idea of it. That's the goal here. Let's see. All right, so let me put this here. I'm gonna get containers to put it in while that melts. Don't know if I can pause this. Can I probably should. Nope. Okay, that's fine. Let me get the container. Who's here will be here. All right, and then we'll be able to make it. Oh, here it is. Grab that. It is. Oh. Where I had all of them out already. There it goes. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put them inside of these mini sample jars. Like you use your fingers. However, if you have lip balm tubes, those work perfectly fine. I just ran out of them, so that's why I'm going to end up having to use these instead. So these are mini sample tubes. I could probably do about 3 or 4 of them with the amount that I'm making. All right, let's go ahead and prepare those. Ta-da. Right. And while this mixes, let's help it melt a bit. Looked like it needed some more water. Because usually in no time, this is out here banging it out. Because it's like you're boiling it, but you're boiling it in a double boiler, right? Let's get that to hurry and melt out for us. Okay. All right, to get some help. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, lip balm tubes are absolutely much more easier to use, but we're going to use what we have. All right, so we have 4 of these and we're still waiting for this to complete melting. Let's go ahead, let's go in that and see. Let's go ahead to melt it out some more. It's still start looking nice and whitish. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, no. Okay. If you're here, you can say hi. Thanks for joining. Anybody who's here right now. All right. Okay, so it's almost done. We're almost there. Because you don't want it to, I don't want it to be too hot because I still want to add my essential oils in it. And even though I'm not adding a lot. And I also want to add in my fragrance as well, even though I'm not adding a lot. Let's stir this around, stir this around. Ooh, look at it. You see it? Okay. I'm going to give it a little bit more time. Just a little bit more time in there. And then we're going to go ahead and measure out our fragrance oil. So for our fragrance oil, it's 0.1 grams. So what that sounds like is not a lot. I'm going to use my droplets to kind of have an idea of how much that's going to be just by using the droplets. So that's what I'm going to use to add it in. And I can add it in here as well. Because it's not, you know, by checking the temperature, you know that good in that hot. All right, there it goes. Okay. Da, da, da. All right. So it's now finally finished mixing, well, melting. I'm going to go ahead and pour them in each container. I feel like, I have a feeling this is going to be a bit more than this, but let's see, right? Here's my tea tree. Okay, I got the tea tree. The tea tree is also about the same. So this is, the stove is off now. And it might look hot, but it's not that hot. I didn't do a lot of drops of tea tree oil. Let that mix around a little bit. I'm gonna have that mix a little bit. I feel like it could have melted just a little bit more, but we're gonna go ahead and pour it in gently, slowly. You put it where you can see it. Just slowly pour it in. And I use the passion fruit fragrance. For some reason, I just love the passion fruit. All right, that's it. Oh, there's another one. I feel like I can do at least one more. One more candle. Oh, oh, that one is a little bit over. I have some extra. I really want an extra, so. Okay, so these feel really nice on your lip. It's just that it's better out of the tube because you don't have to worry about doing it yourself. But it is what it is, right? All right. So we're gonna cover up this. So now that now that we've poured, the next thing we're going to do, we just have to wait for it to solidify. That's the most important thing. We just have to wait for it to solidify. And once it does, usually what I do, I leave it while I clean up everything, you know, move things around and do all of that. And then once I finish all of that, by that time, this solidifies, and it solidifies quicker in the stick as well. Like usually when I put it in the stick, goes fast. One other thing I want to mention is when you're, let's say you did this and you didn't really use a recipe or anything. What I did was I put like a metal, one of these that I have, I put it in the freezer. And by putting it in the freezer, it's cold. So let's say if I wanted to test it, I could dip it in there and then it will solidify really quick. Then I could test to see how it feels, if it's soft, if I need to add something else to it, you know, increase or whatever, just to change the formula. So that is a tip that you can use as well. All right. All right, so if you were joining me, if you joined me to see me complete this, you know, thanks for watching. You can definitely, I'm going to, when I repost this, I am going to drop the recipe in the description, maybe in the comment section as well. If you have any questions, let me know. And yeah, thanks for joining me in creating the infused oil and the lip balm. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm gonna see nobody else talking in the comment section, but that's okay. Thanks for joining me regardless. All right. Okay. Let's end that. Until next time.